what colors to use for a limited palette. I'm Michelle Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are not artists, but want to become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I really like color. And I used to, for like the first 3 years, I just threw color wherever I wanted it. I really didn't understand what I was doing, but I was, having a good time, and I like having a good time. That's why I paint. With time, I realized that to get harmony, I shouldn't do that. So I started using a palette. Now, of course, I started with the typical red, yellow, and blue palettes, which are fine. And I can make every color in the world. It's wonderful. Check out my video on that. But then I'm getting ready to set up for a peach blossom video. And I want to show you what I do to get it set up. And one of the main things I do is I mess around with my colors to determine what I think would be fun. Now, I've done many paintings with red, yellow, and blue, or magenta, cyan, and yellow. I like to do other things. I like to make it fun. To me, and sometimes it doesn't work, doesn't come out good at all. Oops. That happens, but it's okay. I want to just have a good time. I just want to have fun. So I try to limit most of my paintings from 3 to 6 colors. And so I'm looking at this peach blossom and I'm thinking, okay, well, kind of obvious. We're going to do pinks. I know that one. I'm checking out my kind of odd colors to see what do those do? But you don't have many people who use those other colors, or if they do, they don't really explain it to you. So I'm going to show you how I determine which one I'm going to use to paint. So I know I'm doing pink. Pink means magenta. I've decided to be 3 analogous colors, which means right next to each other, and complementary color. So I'm looking at about 4 colors, approximately. But I'm gonna check it out and I'm gonna show you. I'm just doing with my regular thing. I'm not really videotaping this to teach you. I was just enjoying playing with my colors, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. I chose purple, rose of ultramarine. For my pinks, Quin Rose and Lilac. For my blue, I'm using Ultramarine Blue. For my complementary color, I'm gonna use green gold. Let's see what happens. Let's talk about the color that I'm gonna use this next painting. Color is so important. And if I can find colors that really work together, it makes a huge difference. I either have a choice. Do I wanna go red, magenta, magenta, violet, or do I want to go magenta, violet, blue? So I'm gonna first put it out there and look at it. I want to have a limited palette, which means I have to do a little playing to make sure that I'm gonna like. Okay, there's my purple, pretty purple. And how dark is that? Well, I can get it pretty dark. And it's important that you have an idea of how dark it'll go, because if it's a 2 value, it doesn't do as well. So that was now that's not really violet, that's purple. Well, this would be what I consider I have 2 possibilities for this. This color Now, this one is a granulating shade. It does make a difference as to what it does. So, that's something I need to think about. Here's the other one. This one, it'll be written down. No granulation. They're very similar, pretty close. So I'll do one or the other, and I have to decide which one. Now, I want you to know, this also is granulating. This is granulating. These I don't believe are. I need a pink that I use for my magenta. And this is a typical one. Most people use this one, and it's vibrant. Look how pretty that is. It's very vibrant. I'm trying to determine what's prettiest. This doesn't get as dark. Let me see how dark I can get it. It's about as dark as it's gonna get. And you can see it's not as dark. Will be one of my lightest colors. Violet, which would be someplace in here. And then I'm gonna use, now really I should do green. I really don't like this green. So I'm actually think it's gonna be more fun for me if we go, the violet is the magenta. I could forget that, and I could go into magenta, because all of this one are definitely all magenta, or in shades of magenta. Here is the violet, which is the purple. And the next time, if I was gonna do something, I would use, now that's Ultramarine Blue, which is great. Now I gotta decide which ones I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the complement yellow-green, which is a really pretty color. And so that will be my green. That will not be dark enough, but that will also be my flower, or the stamen, the top around the stamen, it will be this color. Now, is it that color? Really? No. I could use another color, but I'm trying to be thoughtful about my colors. So this is great. Now I gotta decide what I want. Because this is, I think that's actually more violet. So this to this, okay? So here to here, they both go really well with that. So it's between those two. Neither one strike me. I like this. This for sure. This is going to be, do I need that? Should I just go with this one, and that one? I'm gonna say no. I don't need those. So I will go this color, this color, this color, this color, and so I am choosing to go with magenta, violet, and blue, but that's actually I'm using Ultramarine Blue. And then this will be my complement. I can see what is light and dark. Now, what happens when I play with it? This is the most important part. I don't just decide, but I have to figure out what's it gonna do. I know this and all these colors are gonna look pretty together, all of them. That'll be the problem. Let's see what happens. This, and I use it with purple, and just a tad purple, and it becomes that. Wow, that really took it down, huh? And I put a little more purple. And I have that. Now I'm not overwhelming it. I'm just kind of, now this time, so that plus purple does that ugly color, which I don't like. Let's see if I've got, if we do it on this side. Now that's kind of pretty. Okay, so I like this color. So now I'm gonna do, This is such a cool color. I don't know if you can see it. I'll pull it really close, but it is just a beautiful color, an interesting color. So we're going to do this. And back to the same color. You take the mix, you put the darker shade into the lighter. So it's just a little dab. See what happens. Oh, that's kind of a pretty, it's almost an orange. I'm amazed. A little darker. All right, well, we know for sure this will be my, if I mix this, that will probably be a dark enough brown that I can use that in the center. So I'll be using this and that color. That's a really pretty color. I like that color. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, that's pretty. I do like this. This is really good. I've never mixed these. That's why I'm looking. Because it does help me to know what I can expect. So I've got this while I'm painting. And it lets me know, okay, I'm going to use that color here and there. But that specifically is the color I like. And that made a very pretty orange. I just wouldn't have expected it. Now, I use Quinacridone Rose all the time. I just think it's a beautiful color. Maybe I give it a little bit more oomph. Okay, that's pretty much it. It doesn't get much more oomphy than that. And value-wise, again, this is my lighter, this is my darker. So I'm just going to do a little bit. Look at that, same color, or very close. That's actually is a really pretty color. Okay, I don't think I got the same. Now, what did happen here? I didn't have enough value. They're so similar, it's a little hard to, so let me try this again. Doing one more time. The values are so similar, it's gonna be hard to go. That's pretty much it. I don't think I'm gonna get much more different. Let me, one more time, see if I do one more, if I can pull up one more. Let's see. That's almost kind of a red tone. Ooh! Oh, I am excited with this. This is absolutely beautiful. Because see how yucky that was? I will try not to mix those two. I think that is gorgeous. Now this definitely, it will overpower totally that green. And see, if I don't have a blue, I don't think I could have gotten any kind of a dark green. So this is, I have to have it. It's a natural green. It's not gorgeous, but you know, I don't want your focus to be there anyway, you know? So for that, I like that. So those are nice colors. They're not outrageously beautiful, but again, I'm not there to have a focus on the leaves, flowers. Here's the big thing. This is my favorite thing to do because I learn a lot about the colors. So I'm gonna do it over here because I really want to have a chance to do it. So I'm gonna write down what it is. So this one, nice thick pile. Make sure that there's plenty of water, and I'm gonna mix it in a couple of spots just to move it so it moves around. Okay, now I'm gonna mix this. Now you notice I'm not using that primary first. I'm being gentle and just kind of getting my feet wet. Okay, that's all beautiful. I don't think we'll have any problems with that. Let's look at this. Okay, now we know the purple ain't gonna look pretty, but everything else, and I can expect that because we looked, right? So now I'm gonna add this. And I'm just going to push. Did I do it too fast? Not fast enough? Oh my God. It moved too fast. I didn't move fast enough. Look at that. Well, all right, trying this a different way. You know, like I said, you learn. Right, so we're gonna do it this way. Make it a little juicier so it moves. And I'm gonna move it. I wanna look at it. I wanna see what it does when I'm moving this. I wanna see it move. I want to think about it because this is how people always want to know how I get my colors. This is it. I play and I look and say, okay, is that ugly? Is that pretty? And it was interesting. What did I learn? That should have been first, which tells me I will do a lot more and a lot more juicier color because this dried right on up and I kind of made a mess. But that's okay. Now I'm ready to paint. It took a while, huh? But I wanted you guys to have an opportunity to look at it because it is an important process of determining what you're going to use. Any questions? After taping, I've thought about this. Now, remember I looked at Bordeaux and I also looked at Lilac. After taping, I decided to go, I'm gonna use the lilac also. And the reason why is the Ultramarine, Rose of Ultramarine is granulating. It has a beautiful, amazing granulation effect. By the way, I have a video on that. But what are peaches? Flowers, they're very soft. So it really didn't work with the actual. So I need something that does not granulate in the flower. So, and I really didn't like that purple. So I'm just gonna skip that too. So now I'm definitely going with, I could change your mind between now and next week. We'll see. Do you guys have that problem? You know, I'm trying to stay in focus, but sometimes it just goes la 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 la, and I just get off on tangents. Now, this doesn't mean you have to do these colors. Use your pinks, yellows, and blues. This will work fine. You don't need the colors. I'm just having fun. And you know what? It makes me excited just to play with it. You know, a lot of people have these colors on their palette, but they don't ever really use it because they don't know how to use it. And so this is why I wanted to show you, is because this is how I determine what I'm actually going to use for that particular painting. And sometimes I change her mind. It happens. So, do you like this video? Is this something you would enjoy to use more of? I have a lot of odd colors that I check out and determine whether I like or not. I can do this for other things because I actually do this anyway, whether it's videotaped or not, I still do it. So it'd be easy enough for me to go ahead and just videotape it too. So you know what? Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and you're interested in having more of these. When you're playing and you don't know what you're doing, drop that brush. You know what? Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. I want you to have a wonderful day. Bye.